Hello and welcome to the ECMK training video on how to use Quals Direct, the online portfolio for trainee energy assessors. You'll be set up on the Quals Direct system and you'll be sent this email to your inbox as a new learner. So I've set up a test account here just to demonstrate, but your username is your email address that you provided us, but you need to set a password because we cannot set a password for you. So there is a link to log into Quals, but you must first of all press the click here to reset your password. You must click that button first because you need to set a password for your account. So if I just click the button, it's now taking me to the Quals Direct website. So I'm now going to put my username or email address in. So that is your email address that you've given us to register. And if I press that button there, it'll now reset my password. So it's now sent me an email to that email address that I've entered, resetting my password. So if I just flick over to my emails now, we can see now that there's my password reset button. And what I've got to do is click on the link that they've sent me to reset my password. So if I just click on that link now, it now takes me back to the Quals Direct and it's asking me to set a password. So I'm just going to type in a new password. Just type this in and then I've got to re-enter that password. So obviously make sure you keep a record of your password and your username somewhere. Now that's saved it, I'm just going to return to the login screen. Now I'm going to log in with that email address that I've provided. So let's type my email address and password in now, and now I'm ready to go. I'm just going to log in. And I'm now ready to go onto the Quals Direct, the online portfolio. So this is where you'll submit all your work and information to be signed off by your assessor. Obviously, I'm doing a test one. I've got 2 accounts, so I'm just going to just confirm that account. Just bear with me a second. I'm a learner, so I'm just going to confirm that. Yep, just click this. Brilliant, so that account's been now confirmed. So now I'm all logged in. This is where you guys as trainees will you'll log in, and this is your I'll just press the button and just let it load. Here we go. This is your dashboard. This is where you'll submit everything. It's your record of how you're progressing through your portfolio. If you look down the bottom there, we've got an overall progress bar. So this shows how far you've got through your portfolio and how well you're progressing. So obviously the target is to get to 100%. So we can see we've got lots of different sections on here. We've got this is the qualification that you're doing. So we maybe doing the level 3 domestic. You've got knowledge tasks. There's some really good resources here. So we've got mandatory and reading. So this is what we say are mandatory resources. So your trainer will go through all this, but this is where the Abbey handbook is, your contract. We even list some demo properties for you to do as well, because you need to submit 5 test properties. So we obviously understand that you can't get out to properties. So we've given you some test ones to copy. All the conventions are in here, the RD SAP manual. This is essential reading material for you. This is your go-to point. And then we've got a reading tab here as well. So this is a really good use. Again, we've put some draft copies of some documents in here that you can refer back to. So some questionnaire forms that you might send to your customer. We've also got copies of the slides in here. We've got copies of client pre-questionnaire forms, complaint forms, things that will assist you when you're working remotely or you haven't got the trainer to assist you. So this is really a go-to point here, your resources tab. Everything you need is in here. There's copies of things that you can use as part of your portfolio. So if you just click the home button there, it takes you back to this your home page of your portfolio, and we can see here where it keeps a record of what you submitted to your assessor, what's been added to your portfolio, feedback. There's a contact log, there's key activities. It's a really, really great tool, this. You can also contact your assessor by using the mail button. So if you've got any questions or queries, you may want to contact your assessor. So just do that using the mail messaging here. So don't contact your assessor via normal email. If you send it through the Quals Direct, we keep a copy of it, and we can see and we can record the timescales and how quickly your assessor's responding to you. So I'm just going to do a test one here to Anthony Golden, my assessor. I'm just going to send him an internal email. So the moment I've sent this email, it's recorded, it's logged, so we, the scheme, can monitor how quickly we're responding to emails. Otherwise, if you email Tony directly, they get lost in the ether. So this system here is a really good way of how we can record and monitor how quickly we're responding to email queries that you've got. So I'm just going to send Tony just a query. I need a bit of help on an EPC. But, so if I go back to that, so the next one here, we've got the agreements. This is the handshaking button. This is where your assessor has marked work, and we can see what he signed off, or her, should I say. The next button is the speech bubbles, and this is a forum. This is really vital for you guys. So this is a way you can communicate with other trainees that you've been doing the course with, and you can post queries on there, start a thread. So you may have a problem. You may be querying how to enter a boiler, for instance, and ask your peers and your other colleagues that you're trained with. And it's very straightforward. I've uploaded some videos here, some more help videos to assist you with iPad and the new register and things like that. So I've started a thread there, and you can add further things to this thread. So you can post a reply. It may be where you can help one of your colleagues. Let's just go back to the forum. So if I want to start a thread, it might be where you want to you just press that button, and oh, here we go. I'll post a reply on here actually, just so the whole group sees this. It's absolutely vital. This is a bit like a WhatsApp group, but again, if you want to contact you guys that you're trained with, and we look at this daily as well. So if there's any questions or queries, we can respond to those. The next button is the adding information to your portfolio. So this is where you're going to upload information. So you can submit evidence, additional information, or a journal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload some evidence. So the first thing is you need to put a title in of what are you actually sending. So your trainer will go through like naming conventions. So I'm going to upload my contract to my assessor, who is Anthony Golden. And now just put a brief description of what the document is. So it's my signed training contract. If I press add files, it'll open up a file selector. Unfortunately, I'm sharing a screen here. So I've just selected a random document just for training purposes. If I then press the start upload button, see how quickly that is. It's uploaded that document straight away. If I've made a mistake, I can delete the document if I want to, but if I don't want to, I'll just press next, and that is now uploaded. I now just have to sign the declaration to declare that the work is submitted is my own work. I press the finish button, and straight away that is sent to my assessor. So any jobs or work that I need to be marked by my assessor, it's uploaded, it's dated, and it's sent to the assessor's queue of work. So they'll get a notification straight away. So let me just do that again. Now I'm going to upload some evidence on an EPC that I've completed. So I'm going to call this EPC 1, and I'm just going to briefly put the address of the property in. We'll put 15 the High Street. Let's put that in. So again, this is going to my assessor, Tony, and I'm just going to put a brief description in. So again, I'm just following the labelling convention that you'll be taught on your training. So I'm going to put first EPC to be assessed, 15 the High Street. You can add multiple files. So you may have a set of photographs, you'll have site notes, you may have some other notes you want to add. So I'm going to add some multiple files here. So I'm just going to press add files again. I'm going to select some more files. Like I say, don't worry about too much what I've uploaded. These are just test files. So here we go. I've uploaded 3 documents here. And this is all part of that EPC. So if I now press the start upload button, we can see it's uploading those 3 documents. If I've made a mistake, I can delete them, but I'm happy with those. If I press next, they're my documents. I'm quite happy with everything. I declare it's all my own work. Tick the box. I'll press the finish button, and now that has been sent to Tony again. And this is in Tony's queue for him to mark my portfolio, add it to my portfolio. So we can see we've got a status there of assessor to agree. Next tab along is just an information tab, just to show you how the software works. If you've got any other questions or queries, again, download these. Is a really useful, handy little documents for you. And lastly, we've got navigation. So this is where it shows we can log in and out. You can select your change your details. There's some information about your assessor there, gap analysis. So I'm just going to click on about your assessor. Here we've got Tony Golden. There's his email address. There's a nice photo of him from his modelling days at Marks and Spencer's there. But there's his direct telephone number. And Tony's written a little bio about himself as well. So you can relate to who's marking your portfolio. You've got a face to a name. I'm just going to click back on the home button there. And here we go. We can see now I've got my submissions to the assessor. So that's dated. It's in Tony's queue. And now I'm just waiting for him to assess those and mark those from my portfolio. I can click into it again if I want to make any amendments. I can edit that submission if I've forgotten to add something. So let's just go back again. It's really, really great tool, this, for you guys. What should we look at next? So, this is where Tony's marked things. That will be added to the evidence of the portfolio. And then the overall progress bar will start to move up as soon as work has been marked or assessed. If there's something that Tony wanted to readdress, he will then return that work to you, and that will come and show up on your dashboard here, and you'll receive an email notification. So there's the feedback from the assessor. So if you click into that, this is where your assessor will respond back with any further works you need. Just going to have a quick look at knowledge tasks now. So these are a series of questions that they have to fill in the gaps of what the portfolio and what the draft EPCs and the letters don't cover. So there's a series of questions here that we require you to complete. So these knowledge tasks are free text. So again, I'm just going to not dwell on them too much for you, but because you'll go through all this with your training, with your trainer. So as we can see, we've got they're all unanswered at the moment, but let me just, I'll click into one and I'll just go through the process of you answering that question. So the first question is describe the health and safety requirements, etc., etc. So I'm just going to type in just a vague answer, but you can actually save that answer. So if you're interrupted in doing your portfolio, just save it, and the status is saved there, so you can log out and come back to it at a later stage. So you don't have to answer all these questions in one go. But if you want to complete it, press the complete button, and we can see now the status is complete. When you're happy to send everything off to be marked, press the send for marking button. So unfortunately, the assessor, so in my case, Tony, will not know that that's ready for him to mark unless I specifically press the button send for marking. So on a final note, like I say, if you have any questions or queries, I really strongly recommend use that forum button. You can also contact your assessor with the mail button as well. But if you do have any other questions or queries with software issues, please contact us on any of the telephone numbers or emails above. Thanks for listening, and good luck with your portfolios.